Well, hello there, Leo. Welcome to Pirate Readings. I'm Lady J, and I'm here to talk to you about what is going on for August 17th through the 23rd. I have the 3 cards in front of me from the overview video. I have a couple of messages from my better angels for you. One of them is that it's going to be really important for us to feel our feelings. The good, the bad, the ugly. We want to get all those emotions out of ourselves so that they don't cause more havoc in our physical body, okay? The other thing to know is that we are going to be being prepared for what's going on around us, wherever we're headed, whatever we're doing. We want to make sure we have a little go bag, so we have as many little things to be totally prepared as we can, okay? I'm not sure why we're being told that, but it's important that we do that. You know, get the galoshes and the umbrella, keep them in the car. Doesn't mean you have to use them every day, but they might be useful on any given day, and if you don't have them in the car, they're not available. So that's frustrating, right? But we are going to be super Johnny on the spot this month, all right? So that's cool. All right, now then, we have a guiding card for you for the month, and it is the Ten of Swords, which is talking about how you're bossing up. You are being a good boss, you're taking good care of your people, and you're taking good care of yourself, and they themselves are going to take care of you. Haha, because you are taking care of them. Does that make sense? Be a good boss. Take care of your people take care of you. So this is cool. This is the lesson of the Ten of Swords. It covers many layers and many possibilities, and we will cover that more if it comes up some more. But I wanted you to just have that information right now. We're going to set that down right here, and let's look at the cards. All right? So, ta-da, here they are. We're going to get you a mystery card for this week. All right? This is the Witch's Tarot, so it's a slightly different deck than normal. And yet, I mean, it's a tarot deck, right? But yeah, the pentagram on the back is a little funny. You'll notice that I have go into in-depth on what that's all about for me and for you in the overview video. So you can go back and check that out if you want to. Ta-da! There will be a link to that somewhere along the line. So I'm going to put that over here so that you can see it and keep an eye on it. Hey, here's my little guy. He doesn't have a name. He took a month off last month, but then he came back and he says, I need a name. So this little wooden turtle, he likes to hang out with baby Einstein over here, and he wants a name. So if you would like to help me with that, I would love your help with that. So in the comments below, I would love for you to put down name options for my little turtle, and we will give him a name. Next month we will vote on it. So you're offering options, and then we'll put the options up in the description box next month in September, and then we'll have a big vote, and then ta-da, we'll announce the winner and the name of the turtle in October. Huzzah! All right, so we'll put that guy down right there. And let's go ahead and add some cards to this from the Magical Nordic Tarot. All right, this deck has a couple of extra cards in it, just so you know. The artist felt compelled to create new art. They didn't come up now, but that's okay. I just thought I'd mention it. Let's see what's going on. Okay, ta-da. This is, of course, the 17th through the 23rd. We're talking about the Five of Swords. This is showing us that you have a situation where you need to reclaim responsibility for a situation you may have delegated to somebody else. You said, hey, guy, why don't you go over there and, you know, clear the lot or do whatever he's going to do. Maybe you want him to go weed whack for you over and do this lot over there. Go over there and weed whack. All right, cool, cool, cool. Well, he went over there and he did a little bit of this and he did a little bit of that, and he made little patterns and crop circles and whatnot, and you're like, this is not clearing the deck, and we need it to be done in a fairly quick fashion, so I'm out. Now I got to go over there and do it myself. And so you're going to ask him to come back over here and do something else, and then you're going to go and handle it. And say, look, I'm going to go handle the weed whacking because it's got to get done, and if it's not done, we're doomed, right? We won't get paid for the project if you don't get the weed whacking done. So whatever this is, you need to take responsibility for it back because he's making you look bad in this situation, all right? Remember, the Knight of Swords is here showing that fighting for your power in the situation. He might be like, well, come on, man, why don't I get to go and do it? I should go and do it. You were going to pay me to go and do it. And I'm like, well, but you weren't doing it. You were making patterns and other things, and you weren't handling the project, and I need it to get done. So let's get done. So fighting for your power in the situation in this moment is quite tactile. It's going to be very, very consistent and very quick. This person is going to butt heads with you about this situation. What you may have to do is team up, right? This might turn into a team up situation where you're like, okay, you're doing a terrible job, and I didn't want to talk to you about the fact that you were doing a terrible job, but now here we are. We need to get there. We need to get this done. We have a certain amount of time to do it. Grab the weed whacker. I'll grab mine. We'll get after it. We'll do it together. Okay? So presto changeo, you're both over there. You've gotten moving. You've moved forward beyond the argument, and you're into, okay, we're physically doing the job. We are physically moving forward, getting it done, taking care of the project. This could be you had someone filing for you and they weren't filing properly, and you got to go back and fix it. And now you have to fight with them about it, and they're mad that you're not letting them near the files anymore, but you maybe didn't clarify, or something wasn't clear to this person, and once you had the argument between you and them, they suddenly go, oh, I get it. Here, give me half of those. And so then you both attack it together, and you get moving on the project together. So it doesn't have to be weed whacking. It doesn't have to be filing. It can be any number of different things that you've delegated to somebody else, whether it's taking out the trash or whatever. You're going to find yourself a new solution, and you end up working together on the process because they obviously didn't have an understanding of what they were supposed to be doing to begin with, okay? But the new understanding through the argument will get them back on track, okay? And plus you're sitting right there next to them, so they can't really screw it up. Okay, I hope it's not filing, because going back and refiling is a drag. All right, this card here is talking about where you're blocked, and we're talking about fighting for your feelings, fighting for what you care about the most. So yeah, you're not going to be able to bring any emotions to this situation. Over here, you want to keep it mental and power oriented, so it's all about the swords, right? You're going to stay in your intellect. You're not going to bring any emotions to the thing. You're not going to call him names or tell him he's a big dummy or anything like that. You're going to be very clear that it's not an emotional situation. It's just, I really need these things filed properly, otherwise I can't find them. So, or I really need this thing weed whacked properly, so we need to get after it, okay? Cool. The timing needs to be done exactly like this, this, and this, otherwise something else can't happen, because I heard there was going to be a party in this field, and we need to get this stuff done, otherwise they can't have the party, okay? So here we are, ta-da-ta-da. We're being intellectual about it, we're not using our feelings. Fighting with your emotions is going to ruin the whole party. It won't work. Everyone will get mad and run away and cry, okay? So fighting with your emotions and letting your temper flare isn't going to help. This is about you expressing your emotions right now somewhere else, okay? Go out back, scream at the ocean, do what you got to do, break some things, be angry at home or in your car, away from the person that you're angry at, because they can't handle it right now, okay? And they won't be any help. Mostly there was a misunderstanding, and that's why they're not handling it, okay? Awareness. This is all about the Four of Cups. The foundation of your heart is blocked. So, right, like I said, being in a state of seated in your emotions this week isn't going to get you where you want to go. So your emotions are really blocking you in every which way right now. So keep your emotions out of any of this, and you can get what you need done. Remember the Ten of Swords. Take care of your people will take care of you. You're going to bring an ice chest full of water and Gatorade, so that this person, when they're weed whacking, will have all the stuff they need in a shady spot, maybe a pop-up so they can cool off if it's super hot, and then they get after the weed whacking more better, okay? That's doing the tactile physical stuff and being there to do it yourself also, which helps a lot, okay? We want all of those things to be happening. The Empress is showing that you're not going to be able to wish for this stuff to happen. You're just going to have to get in there and get after it yourself. You're blocked from dreaming it up and telling somebody else what you want and having it get done. So this is truly, when I say the Chariot is here, showing me that you have to physically get in on the act and help out with the weed whacking or help out with the filing or whatever it is that you're taking back. You have to get into it, okay? You cannot wish for it. It's not going to happen that way. This is kind of a thing. So you're working it out, and it's going to be a little more frustrating for you than you thought. So you want to go break rocks or do what you got to do somewhere else, because your feelings will block you, okay? Now then, Page of Pentacles. Even as you're doing this, because you're out there and you've got your little pop-up and you got your Gatorade and your water and everybody's weed whacking like a crazy person, trying really hard to be very methodical and handle the process and the project, somebody else is noticing. Hey, what are you doing over there? Hey, you know, I got a field of greens over here in my yard. I can't get after them. I'm like 80 years old and I ain't got no time for that. Nor do I have the body. So, hi. What would you want to come over and give me a bid? So you're probably going to get another opportunity brought to you because you did go out there personally and get after it. And you would have missed this because this dude would have been like, do. You'd be looking at them going, what is going on with that guy over there? You're not really doing anything. But now they see you out there busting it and making it happen. And it's all really getting done. And you're like, okay, that's the guy I want to come over and talk to. And then he's going to come, you're going to get to go over and talk to them and create another job for yourself. A new opportunity will present. Very nice. And if you're in an office situation, other people will have seen what you did there and be like, that filing situation got much more clear and straightened away. That was very good. And it was timely and it worked out very nice. Hey, we have some issues over here with our filing and whatnot. Obviously, it's not going to be filing, okay? You know. But when they observe you working side by side with this other person and making things happen, you're going to be observed and appreciated for being the can-do kind of person that you are, Leo. You're not going to sit back and take it in the pants. You're definitely going to be working hard and making it happen, and they're going to see it and go, we need you on our team. Can you come over here and help us with this? Because we want you to be on our team. So all that frustration and anger that you're going to be getting rid of is going to be helpful, because then you'll be receptive when they come to you and say, hey, what if? Now, of course, the Five of Swords shows up again. Ta-da! Showing that, yeah, you're saying, yeah. I'm absolutely 100% able to take care of this, and I'm not bringing my team with me. So, cool. I've taken control back of the situation. I'm not bringing that team with me. So, I refuse to let anyone else take charge of the situation. You got a double whammy here. You've been told this guy isn't helping and it's not working out, so you had to go ahead and take care of it, take it back. Cool. Now when you get new opportunities, you're not bringing that other guy with you. You're going to let him go. Bye. All right? Because you're remembering relationships from the past. You're remembering the experience from the past, and you're not going to bring somebody else along that didn't help, or that made you go out there and work really hard for you. Yeah, you're going to get somebody else. So this guy's going, oh, hey, that was cool. We did a really good job together. Yeah, should we, so I get to come over here to the next house? No, dude. No, you don't get to come with me because I had to supervise you every minute of the day in order to get you to do the actual job. So we don't want you to be here for this project. So you're released. Thank you very much for your help. Here's your day's pay. See you later. Bye. Bye. So you're going to be letting somebody go. Because you can't let the past experiences fall by the wayside. This is important for you to take the power back and release them. And you took care of them as best you could, but they need a lot more supervision than you need for an actual person. You should be able to cut them loose in a yard and say, call me when you're done. And that be the thing. But that's not what happened, is it? Nope. All right. So, keeping that in mind, let's go ahead and get you a Mystic Forest Oracle card. Let's see what the Mystic Oracle has to say for you today, Leo. What is going on here? that's the one. All right. So let's get these out of the way. What do we have? Do it your way. Bah! Ta-da! What did I tell you? Do it your way. You were never meant to fit in. You were born to be a wild and free force of nature. Here to build a new and better world. Allow yourself to go and do that. Huzzah! Do it your way. You're building new, wild, and free worlds. You were born not to fit in. Nope. Do it your way, buddy. Whatever's going on, Leo, you are going to make it happen. All on your own. Because you are a free force of nature. Huzzah. Whew, absolutely. That was enlightening and serious and kapowy, right? Because you are kind of kapowy, Leo. Let's see what your mystery card is, eh? Prince of Wands. Haha. So there's new information about things you might need to learn in the process. This might be you learning how to motivate this guy to do the job, only to realize this is more work than I wanted to put in on this project. I may be a good boss, and I may be awesome, and I may be whatever, but the fact is I should be able to set this dude down with a pop-up and a cooler and all the tools he needs and walk away knowing that he'll call me when everything is done and the pop-up is down, the cooler's empty, and the tools are used and dirty. But hey, the job is done. So you are learning new things in the process. All of this is about you learning what you can and cannot do, and who you can and cannot be, and what you need to do here. And you're going to apply your new knowledge here as you are when they offer you this new gig and you say, yeah, absolutely. And no, I'm absolutely not going to do the same thing over again and expect a different result. Yay! Good for you. Very good news. Love that for you. Let's get you a pocket full of rocks, because I know that you are a good leader. You're going to handle your stuff and you're going to do it your way, and that is going to be how that goes. But you got to have people who want to be led. Yes, yes. So here we go. Ooh, hematite, malachite, and carnelian. Ooh, very nice. Got a triple 1, 2, and 3. Huzzah. So hematite is here, and hematite is all about how we're staying very much grounded, okay? This is a first chakra stone. It's about you staying grounded, staying here on the earth plane, not getting too highfalutin in your ways, which is about you, of course, getting physically active over here and not being too shy to get in there and do what you asked him to do, because, hey, you are a hands-on kind of guy or gal. You can be proactive, but you have to show the people on the bottom that you're able and willing to get dirty, okay? Don't hesitate to get dirty and show them that you're what you can do and what you're capable of doing. Leading by example in this way, it's going to be amazing. They're going to be like, oh, carnelian is a second chakra stone, your creative chakra. It's all about you being creative in how you handle the process and taking good care. So if you want to approach this giant weed whacking project by creating a grid, going around the outside edges and then creating a grid, much like the cards, right? Create a grid, tic-tac-toe grids, then you can start plugging away on a small area and then do another area and then another area. So then you feel like you're accomplishing things and you have a little time to take a little break here and there. This can help with motivation and keeping people moving forward, right? Because they get overwhelmed when it's just the whole field. It's like it's a whole field. That's how he ended up making crop circles, okay? He was just playing because he had so much to do and he was overwhelmed by it and he didn't know how to approach it and make it seem right. So be creative and figure out ways to give him smaller samples that he can feel more accomplished. So be creative. Ta-da! Now then, malachite, third chakra stone, talking one more time about that emotions and feelings and memories, right? So we're roto-rootering. We're digging deep. We're crawling down into the very bottom pit of our situation, and we're remembering things like our parents, when they talked to us and how they taught us how to do different things, and how they didn't teach us how to do different things. So we're having some emotional remembers. You know, we're remembering some feelings about different things. And I want you to remember, we talked about your emotional feelings, your fighting for your feelings, fighting for your emotional self. And the Four of Cups, the foundation of your feelings, right? The foundation is rooted down in where you were as a kid and how things went when you were a kid. And how did people treat you? How did you feel when you were a kid? Did you feel loved, appreciated, protected, cared for, motivated? Or did you feel forgotten, left behind, underappreciated? Any of those things? We're working it through, okay? Whatever those things are, we're working it through. We're gonna dig it all up, and we're gonna see a bunch of stuff. And we're going to be able to see that there were some things that are actually helpful to us in the mix. I know it's going to seem a little weird, but your brain is going to go, are you kidding me? I got my work ethic from a weirdo who treated me poorly? And the answer is probably yes, okay? So whatever that is, don't be alarmed when you find the golden nugget in the middle of all this silliness. That's one of the things that happens, is we go through the painful stuff and we feel angry and irritated and pissed off, and then we realize that who we are now is better, maybe because of that horrible, awful, rotten childhood experience. And you're like, well, shit, I went and grew and made a golden nugget out of the nasty. How did I do that? My goodness. Well, it is what we do. Evolution makes us beautiful, and indeed, going to do it your way. All right, so doing it your way, you are taking what you learned even from a bad experience, and you're coming out of it in a beautiful way. You are creating something beautiful, because Leo, you are beautiful. You have amazing gifts to offer and things to do, and I'm super happy to see that you're applying yourself in these ways, and that everything is coming out really, really sweet for you. You're making a lot of lemonade out of something that you didn't even realize you had that kind of pile of lemons back there. But when you did, you said, let's do this. I'm opening a stand. And I think that it's going to be great. Okay, so very cool. I love you guys. I know that you don't have to carry those rocks if you don't want to. And of course, comment below. Let me know what you think. And if you want to carry different rocks, you can do that too. Also, if you want to comment below and let me know what name you want to give my little wooden turtle, that would be great. He's kind of fun, he's cute, and he hangs out with baby Einstein over here, so that's fun. Give him a name, and we'll vote on the names in September. All right, we'll have it in the description box so we can have a little interaction there. That will be super fun. And yes, this is great. I really am having a good time, and I hope that you'll look in the description box now and find where I'll be at which fair, because I'm in Washington right now, but you never know where I'll be, when I'll be. So when you do see my schedule there, you can come out to the fair, have a reading in person, grab a turkey leg. It'll be super fun. Or if you can't come out to the fair, by all means, go ahead and there's a link down there for getting a private reading over the phone, and I will certainly send you a picture of the reading after we're done. And of course, if you would like to pick up the decks that I'm using, there's a list of all the decks I'm using there, or you can go to Amazon or Etsy and pick them up there. All right, so very cool. Thank you, Leo, for being here. We will talk next week about the 24th through the 30th of August, and I will see you then. All right, thank you.